Hello everybody. Welcome back to the SUMO community call today. It's 6th of November, although it's just turned to 7 here. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have Lucy here who is going to talk about the Firefox account. But before that, let me remind you to add your name in the wiki if you attend this call. I know it's a bit difficult to edit the wiki, but anyway, please do that so we know that you're here. I'm going through the agenda first to see. So community roundtable, the shout outs we have. I want to thank for 100 enthusiastic participants during the Firefox 70 sprint. So thank you so much for all your contribution during the sprint, and also special shout out to Julia for covering me during my video last week. So thank you so much, everyone. And then the next one, community news. We also have a reminder about suggesting people or guests for the community meeting. So there's a link in the agenda to kind of like suggest people or someone that you think would be cool to be invited in this community call. So please, if you have anyone that you would like to have in our community call, just let us know. And with that, I will open up the floor for Lucy to talk more about the Firefox account.
Hey, also, I apologize to everyone here who's also in the reps call because this will be slightly duplicative. Like 50% of the people were also on the other call. So I'll keep this one fairly short for people who are maybe watching the recording or who weren't in the other call. So last week we published on Discourse and sent an email out, and I know Julia shared it in a lot of the SUMO forums as well, post about how Firefox accounts support Mozilla's mission. We've been talking, it's linked in the wiki. We've been talking a lot about Firefox accounts for the past year, how everyone should have them. We have a lot of goals around getting a lot of people to have Firefox accounts. But what I felt was missing, and I was hearing from community members was missing, was the why. Why is this critical to Mozilla's mission? How does this approach support Mozilla's mission, and where does it come from? So in case you haven't had a chance to dive into the Discourse post, broadly, it walks through the evolutions that Mozilla has gone through in terms of how we connect with users, and going from a small group of developers building a platform for developers to something that's very user-focused, and where we're really putting individuals at the center of our mission. And because that's more and more where we've been heading over the past few years, the idea is that people having a Firefox account is that next step to being able to build a really direct relationship with individuals. Two main portions of that are, one, Firefox is now beyond just a browser. It's a bunch of services. You can use it on your phone, and we're just hoping to expand from here. Having an account means you can have that same relationship with us across your devices, across different platforms. And that's very much where technology in the world is going. The web is not just something you access from your desktop. Your lamp is connected to the web, your toaster. So having that relationship that will cover you as you move through digital life, which is much more complex now than it was, is one part. So you can take the protection that Firefox gives you, that the security, the knowledge that you're with a browser and an organization that is here for you. The second part, and a part that we had not talked very much about publicly, is the financial portion of it. So as many people know, the majority of our money today comes from the search deal, and building this kind of direct relationship allows us to start offering more of opportunities for individuals to engage with premium services. So to be clear, we'll never offer any of the basics of the browser for money, but being able to have little advantages or bonus things that people can pay for gives us an opportunity to people an opportunity to directly support our work, and so we don't have to be so reliant on our relationship with major companies like Google. Don't always fully agree with. So those are the two portions. One, that relationship that means you get to carry your feelings about Mozilla and the safety and the security and the education, everything we bring you across all your devices. And it puts us in a position where we can offer people an opportunity who want to and are able to directly support us financially through paid services. So that was the heart of the whole blog post. We got lots and lots of responses and questions. The majority of them were about Firefox accounts and challenges that I'm sure SUMO contributors you hear about all the time. People lose their passwords. They don't know how to reset them. They want to use Lockwise, but they don't have kind of a master password. But I wanted to definitely start a conversation with y'all as SUMO contributors because I think you're on the front lines of answering questions about accounts, of having an opportunity to talk to people about why they should have a Firefox account. And so I wanted to make sure that in this group especially, there was a deep understanding of why we're doing this, how it's driving forward our mission, and to understand 4 questions, which I put in there in the wiki, which I've lost my tab for, but off the top of my head there, was this helpful? Do you feel like you have that greater understanding now? Was it a good post? Do you still have questions? Do you still have things that you want answered and to understand better? Do you think that your communities and people you work with have strong feelings about accounts? And then is there anything that you feel like you're missing or that you need in order to be able to talk more about Firefox accounts and contribute to the strategy? So I just talked a lot, probably too quickly. I will stop for a second, and I would love to hear people's thoughts, questions on those 4 topics or other topics. And you can also write on the wiki. If you prefer to write rather than talk, that's totally fair as well.
Any feedbacks for Lucy?
Well, I've seen some questions on Twitter about people wanting their accounts reset and stuff, and it's kind of hard to do as a community contributor.
So on Twitter, as like a SUMO contributor, you're getting a lot of questions about it?
Yeah, or in the Trello board for the sprint, there is at least 1 or 2 people every time that wants their account reset and stuff.
Do you feel like you have the materials right now to respond to them easily, or do you feel like there's some stuff missing that would make it easier to respond to those people?
I'm not really sure what I can do when people have forgotten password to their emails and stuff like that.
It's something I hear a lot as well, and I guess you can reset your password, but I guess you need to have a certain amount of information that sometimes they don't have. Is that feedback that we've given to the product team, Kiki?
Yeah, I think they're aware of that. Most of the issues in Firefox account is that sometimes people lose their recovery code and they weren't able to kind of like get their account back. And yeah, those are that is the most frequent issues in Firefox account that I think we've seen across platforms in forum and also Twitter as well.
Did you guys read this discourse post? I'm not offended at all. I'm just curious if it felt like a worthy read, or if it was too long, or I know everyone is super busy.
I skimmed through it, so I was kind of busy, to be honest.
Yeah, totally fair. Are posts like this helpful, explaining more the why behind strategies, or do you feel like all I need to know is what we're doing? I don't really care what the back is behind it, or is it helpful to have this? Is this something we should do more, less of?
Well, I kind of know why. Because you can sync your iPhone and Android app, and you need an account to log in with to sync stuff, and for like paid services in the future. So
it feels pretty clear already, even without this. Great. Well, I'll leave this if people want to put any thoughts in here. I know some of you were on the reps calls, so I already heard from you. And if there are any more questions or things that people want to help spread this strategy, please let me know. Definitely, this is a big focus for the next little while. And I do think it really is deeply aligned with Mozilla's mission. And so I think finding new ways to use the mission to talk about it as well, where it's yes, you can sync your phone and that's great, and it's supporting Mozilla's mission is potentially something we could be doing more. I did sneak in one other topic under here, which is if you have not yet heard all about the new community portal that'll be coming up in the next few months, there's going to be a beautiful website where you'll be able to see local groups of people doing support, localization, general Mozilla stuff. You'll be able to register events and create events if you want to do a meetup, all of that stuff. We held a call, there's a recording that's linked, but you can also click through the whole website. I put the link in there and you can share your feedback as well. And I hope it's something that's going to help strengthen and build the SUMO community as well. So I'd love to hear from y'all. That is all. No more secret agenda topics. Thank you so much for having me. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Lucy. And if you have any question or comments about what Lucy shared, you can also share your comments in the Discord spots, I think. So yeah, thank you so much, Lucy. I think you will be able to share some more stuff, exciting stuff in the future here in SUMO call. Cool. So moving on, product updates. We have Firefox 70 released like 2 weeks ago. And right now, there is an update also for Firefox 70.1. I don't know, Julia, would you like to talk more about the overall reaction for the Firefox 70 since you are more involved in this release?
I think there were not too many problems. Some of the bugs we've seen in this release, we have already seen them in the past. There was specifically a bug in which the whole Firefox freeze, and then some scammers have taken advantage of it. So we've seen some of that problem again. That was already filed more than 3 months ago. So that came back, but obviously working on it. And on the other side, I've seen a lot of people commenting on the new logo. Some of them with really positive reaction, some of them with not so positive reaction. Let's say that we changed a lot in the past months.
Comments about that on Twitter as well, and then Edge got your new logo and people compared and stuff.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, and then I don't think there was like any major issue about that, let's say. So I think in this sprint, in this release and in this sprint, for example, we changed a bunch of things. We tried to give more attention to filtering, for example, in the Twitter, in the Trello board for Twitter, let's say. So some things changed. I tried to experiment a little bit. So please give me feedback if there was something that was not working for you, and or if it was something that you liked about what I did. And on the other side, I hope that I was not late with anything, and yeah, and that was it.
If you only have the feedback I gave you on Telegram as well, that there was sometimes wrong languages and different categories.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to like take notes of all of that. I'm trying also to, for the next release, put in like some clocks like on my calendar to say on this hour I always give out updates on the Trello board and on the questions, and like I want it to be more stable, let's say, and not random. I want it to fit in a more like set schedule about that. So yeah. I will try to improve that for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Julia. And I just want to quickly add one more thing about the SUMO sprint for Firefox 70, especially for Yamama and Fernando. Thank you so much for organizing like SUMO sprint in your local regions. And one thing that me and Julia realized after that is that we probably need to kind of like prepare for the resources for people doing events so that we can, like have a template or like resources like presentation and stuff, so that people who are going to have an event will have an easier task, so that they don't have to kind of like prepare for their own materials or something. So yeah, that's something that we are aware of, and hopefully we will be able to address that and improve that in the next release. And yeah.
Can I add something about the group SUMO?
Yeah,
what we
sure.
did, the group gathering. One of the things that helped us a lot in our sprint, we were around 20 people together, and most of them it was their first time. Just me and Ruba were already a SUMO volunteer before, but the 20 others, it was their first time to get involved. Christophe actually helped us a lot. He isn't here now, but he helped us a lot. At the end, we ended up that he answered the question and send us the answer, and I let people write the tweet. The idea is to introduce them to the process itself, how they can contribute, but it is really not easy to, like, you need to read article, you need to get familiar with the website in order to be able to answer qualified, to your answer to be qualified or good answers. So it was not easy, but yes, I think it needs to be organized. Well, it is a very good idea if there are a material or something on how to get started with the groups, or maybe answer template or something like this.
Also, the question where we from easy to medium to like very hard. It's like very varied.
Sorry, is that a question?
No, it was a comment.
If you can repeat it, I didn't hear it.
No, I said some of the questions are really varied as well. Some are really easy to answer, and some are even harder.
Yeah. Even this time, the questions are harder because, like, the enhanced tracking protection and the new things in the problem even was harder than always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Yamama, for the feedbacks. Yeah, we'll see if we can improve that in the next release. So with that, I will also touch a little bit about the forum, because we've done an assessment, and we've seen that we're doing well on Firefox, but unfortunately for other products, like especially in the forum, for other products like Firefox for iOS, Firefox Focus, and Firefox Logwise, there are some questions that are kind of like abandoned, and I mean, I think people are doing more in the Firefox product, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly touch on this, that and to remind you guys that we also have the other products as well that probably need some more love from you. So please don't forget about those products as well. With that, we have one more topic, which is about the Firefox preview. Well, it's kind of like the Response Tool campaign, but it's for Firefox preview as well. So I think Julia will speak more about that. Julia?
Yeah, super fast actually, just to give a little bit of updates. On the 12th, we have the release of Firefox Preview 3.0. And because of that, the campaign, as you've seen from my post on Discourse, and Costantina, she sent out an email and she prepared a campaign on Activate Mozilla. We are going to do a sprint from November 13 to December 2, because we have like an implementation in our Response tool. We're going to open it to more languages, not only English. It's an experiment, so we didn't open it to every language. We are taking care of only the few ones that we know we have the most reviews. on Firefox Preview, but we will surely open also to every other language in the future. For now, it's an experiment. We want to see how it works, and yeah, let's say that the response tool is really nice. Madalena did an amazing job on that with Tazos as well, and they are fixing all the bugs with the help of Nemo, and I think for the 13 is gonna be ready, and it's gonna be pushed out on the same day that the release of Firefox Preview is gonna happen. So like it's gonna happen everything together, and yeah, we hope to see some participation on that. A lot of the L10 community is helping me and Kiki to translate and take care of the canned response that would be used for helping out people on the response tool. So yeah, that's amazing. As usual, like without you, we couldn't do nothing. And I think that like seeing a project that was only for English speaker opening to other languages make me even more proud, since both me and Kiki are not mother tongue and a lot of you are not mother tongue English. And obviously we want to help also our fellows people from our languages. And it's so nice to see other languages opening around the response tool. So yeah, that was my update on that.
Thank you so much, Julia. So yeah, so super excited for this release for the response tool, and as well as the Firefox preview as well, of course. So yeah, if you have an RSVP in the campaign, please do so. The link for the campaign is there in the agenda. So yeah, please RSVP to join the campaign. So yeah, with that, we don't have any more updates. So we'll wrap up this meeting. We have like 3 minutes left. So is there anything else that you would like to talk about? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Nope. Okay, with that, thank you so much. We'll see you in the next 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, bye. See ya.
Bye-bye.